All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, February 27th, and we have 4 minutes till market open. So market open direction for today will be for a sell. Yesterday we took a loss on the market open, but we're still up overall. So today's market open is for a sell. Again, price does look overextended, but again, we just need to follow the strategy as is. So yesterday, unfortunately, we hit stop loss, but still up for the month. And for the week so far, we had break even because on Monday we had a win. Tuesday, we didn't have a live session, but for me, Tuesday was a win. And then Wednesday and Thursday were back-to-back losing days. So for the week so far on the official trades at break even. So we'll see how today goes, but market open today will be for a sell. Then something I need to do here. Market opens in about a minute and a half. 27. All right, so today is definitely a sell. Even for the technicals still point for a sell. Let's see if we can keep getting that push. Market opens in about 1 minute. Let's see. 48,900. Market opens in 48, 49,000, 4960. Market opens in 20 seconds. Market opens in 10 seconds. Again, entry is for a sell. 3, 2, 1. I'm in the sell. Let's see. 7, 8. Okay, looks like it went straight to stop loss. 13, 14, 15. I entered this sell right here for the market open scalp for 1:3. So this one is running in profit. So again, I told you guys at 9:30, I enter like 4 different accounts. So this one has already hit full TP for me. So the scalp hit TP, but the market open, unfortunately, today ended up being a loss. So the scalp, the 1:3 hit, stop loss. I'm sorry. So the official trades, this hit stop loss. So unfortunately today minus 0.75. Market was a little overextended, but again, I just follow the trade setup as is. See something here. But I still do expect some retracement of price back down. But we'll see. But unfortunately today, market open has ended up being a losing trade. And also, I have started trading some candlestick patterns. I am forward testing them. And so far, the results have been really, really good. Like yesterday alone, and for these candlestick patterns, I'm going for a 1:4 risk to reward. Let's see. So this resistance is 49.60 to 49,000. Um, 48,900. 900 to 48,900. 9. Once I've gotten this strategy kind of lined up, I can go over it. But ideally, I'm just trading candlestick patterns. 950, 48, 890, somewhere here. 980. Actually, this should go up. 180. 49,000. Gold today, finally gold. I got a nice win this morning on my gold account. So at least gold this week has just been all over the place. Let's see.
Take a breath. This is your moment to lock in. The distractions can wait. Your goals can.
Yeah, this candle closes. I think this would be a valid doji. Let me see. Let me see something here. Okay. So this because it rejected off of resistance. Let me see. If it comes back up, what account is that? Let's see. It's this one. So again, this is just, regular candlestick patterns that are available pretty much everywhere, but I'm looking to be taking candlestick patterns between 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and going for a 1:4 risk to reward. So every single valid candlestick pattern. So I'm in this doji entry here. Because again, right, I was expecting US30 to push down, which we are getting that push. Let's see if we can keep pushing here. We should keep pushing down. Same thing, like even this morning I had an entry for gold, but gold here, USD. There was this doji entry for gold. Gold, since I'm going for a 1:4 for gold, I think $40 or 40 whatever is a bit too long. So maybe gold I might do 7 stop loss and 34 take profit. But gold also had a doji entry this morning. Yes, 30. We can keep pushing here. So you can see today's entry, right? Got stopped out, got faked out, and then price is coming into profit. So for this, other than yesterday, when the direction was very, I'm not going to say very, very wrong, but price did not retrace back as expected. So this is a one-off. You see what happened yesterday? This is a one-off. Most of the times, or more times than not, even when we get stopped out, price typically comes back in the expected direction. So for example, like what happened today, got stopped out, and then you see what's happening. Price is pushing back for a sell. And again, if you look on the 1 hour time frame, if you look at the structure, when US30 gets here, and this is where we were at, I think last Friday, where we had the bounce back. So remember last Friday, Thursday or Friday, we were expecting a sell, got stopped out, and then price pushed up heavily with this big bullish momentum, right? Momentum. If price gets back here, so of course we are in a heavy support area for US30, but if, this area has been tested multiple times by US30. So you can see it is a very strong area of support. But again, what it also creates is a strong sell side push probability. Like if that support on the hourly is broken for US30 or by US30, we'll get a big push to the downside. Same thing yesterday here on US30, there was a nice, I think the close of the 10 a.m. candle, and I took this trade as well. There was a nice morning star, what is it called? Shooting star pattern that hit full TP for a quick 1:4, and this one went pretty heavy. I'm sorry, shooting star, yes. And this was on the hourly time frame. So for these patterns, I'm looking to enter them on the hourly time frame, on the 5-minute time frame, and pretty much this is typically what I do. Like every time, if you guys have noticed, like every new month, I'm looking for another way to win because you have to diversify. And the reason I'm saying that is, for example, if you look at the structure, this journal here that I have for the structure play, I've been in a losing streak, a big losing streak for this month. So you can see this week 4,000 minus $4,000, last week minus 6,000, the previous week minus $18,000, the previous week minus $7,000, and you can see the equity growth curve for it, right? So at some point I peaked at 50K profit. But then since I think mid-November, I've been on a losing streak for this journal. It was one of our, actually, it was the most profitable strategy last year, but due to Michael's market cycle changes, then right, it doesn't perform as best or as good as expected. And then compare that with, for example, this gold market open that I started trading like this month. So far for this month on this strategy, $10,000 profit. And this is this strategy here. It's the same one as the market open we typically use. But for gold, I go for same thing, 1:2 risk to reward, $10, stop loss, $20, take profit. So for example, today you see it hit full TP. Yesterday was a losing day. Previous day was a winning day. The last 4 days, starting off with this day, back-to-back losses. Or 5 days back-to-back losses. This day was a win. This day was a loser. This day was a win. But it's a good enough strategy that I'm able to keep pushing and recover from. So instead of having like one account and putting all your eggs in one basket, I kind of do that. The candlestick patterns, which is what I'm trading here with this doji trade that I'm in right here. And again, this is not going to count towards any official trade, but right, it's a new way of looking at the market, or not new way, candlestick patterns have always been there, but it's a strategy nevertheless. And again, you can see here, this one is a 1:4 risk to reward. I'm risking 0.5% per trade. So if I win this trade, I make 2% on that account. On my 200K account that I started to track this and to journal this with, yesterday, if we go to this account, yesterday I took 3 trades, 2 winners, 1 loser. So the 2 winners from yesterday were this one here, this shooting star. I don't know why I keep calling it morning star on the hourly. There was also a hanging man pattern here, but again, for me, it's between 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. That way, since you get a bunch of these candlestick patterns throughout the day, you want to limit the window at which you're trading. And for me, I prefer the morning session of New York Market Open because for me, most of my, and there you go, full TP on this strategy. So for example, in this particular trade here on a 200K account, that's just 4K right there, while only risking $1,000. But with this strategy, you want to go for, what is it? You want to limit your trading window so that you're not taking every single candlestick pattern. And the other thing that I'm doing, I'm journaling all of this. So for me personally, what I do, I draw a supply zone and resistance zone. So that also filters out what candlestick patterns are valid. So for example, today, the reason I took this doji is because it rejected off of this supply zone up here, or this zone of resistance. Same thing. If I'm taking a buy, I want the candlestick to have rejected off of a demand zone. So yesterday, this one was the win. There was a hanging man. So the middle one, no, I'm sorry, there was an inverted hammer that lost, and then there was a bullish doji that won yesterday. And when this, again, I've backtested this since the beginning of last year. So that's what I've been working on for this whole week. So I backtested every day since 2025. So anytime I develop a new strategy, I backtest for at least a year, and the profitability for it is very, very good. So for example, I'll show you the trades that lost yesterday. So the trade that won yesterday on the hourly time frame was this one. The trade that lost on the 5-minute time frame was this inverted hammer here, going for a 1:4 risk to reward. And 1:4 is very heavy, especially even on US30 and in any instrument you trade. But the beauty of a 1:4 risk to reward, if you lose one trade and win the next one, you're up, 3R. So the inverted hammer here is the one that lost on the 5-minute time frame. And then the doji that won yesterday was this one, 1:4 risk to reward. So 2 wins yesterday, 1 loss. And you can see this doji came up at 10.25. So I'm not interested in any entries that come up before 9:30. I'm not interested in any entries that come up after 11 a.m. If I were to trade the same thing on gold, so gold has the same thing. Gold, if we look at gold today and kind of analyze what happened with gold this morning. So if we look at gold, so nothing on the hourly time frame, but for gold, I would be trading from 8:30 a.m. So 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. EST. So for gold this morning, look at what happened. At 8:30 a.m., we had this bearish doji. And again, for these candlestick patterns, you want to also make sure, if in doubt, make sure these patterns are the extreme of a trend. So if it's a doji, if it's a bearish doji, it has to be the topmost candle of a trend. It doesn't have to be, but if you're still learning, if you're a beginner, that's a good way to filter out. So today we had this, and then if I, just eyeballing it here, supply for gold was before 8:30. So I'm looking at before 8:30. So around 8:30, this was it. And then demand was somewhere here. So demand was somewhere around there. And I'm just eyeballing it. There's definitely more towards just drawing boxes. So at 8:30, what happened? A doji formed off of the resistance zone. So you go in for a 1:4 risk to reward. Again, for gold, I haven't tested the risk to rewards. I know for US30, I use 50-point stop loss, 200 points take profit. For gold, maybe I'm winging it right now with a $10 stop loss, $40 take profit. So there's that one there. There's this hanging man right here that came off of the resistance zone. So there's definitely a bunch of ways that gold could be. Sorry, I took that out. Anyway, so that's gold. So you can see US30 is flashing right now, as expected. Right? So I told you guys that hourly supply, I'm sorry, that hourly demand area, if they break it, which is what they're doing right now, US30 will flush down. See if I can. I'll try and see if I can maybe catch this. 49,735. So quick scalp here. Yep, there it is. Mhm. All right, so given that we took the L today for official trades, that will be and look at that, would have hit full TP. But it is what it is. Just gotta go with the strategy as is. We unfortunately just got taken out today. Yeah, But other than that, I will see you guys next week. Have a good rest of your week and weekend. All right, guys, peace.